Welcome to our video titled 2024. The year we surpassed 1.5 degrees Celsius. What's next for our planet? As we enter a new era marked by rising global temperatures, it's crucial to understand the implications of surpassing this critical climate milestone. We'll delve into the myriad challenges that lie ahead, from increased natural disasters and biodiversity loss to the urgent need for effective adaptation strategies and global cooperation. Join us as we explore what this means for our communities, our planet, and future generations. 1. The 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold is a major climate milestone. The year 2024 marks a pivotal moment in our planet's history as we surpass the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold in global temperature rise. This milestone is more than just a number. It signifies a critical point where the impacts of climate change become increasingly severe. Exceeding this threshold means we are entering a phase where extreme weather events become more frequent and intense. Rising sea levels pose a significant threat to coastal communities, potentially displacing millions of people. Furthermore, the loss of biodiversity accelerates as ecosystems struggle to adapt to the rapid changes in climate. This tipping point underscores the urgency for global climate action, demanding immediate and effective measures to curb emissions and protect our planet. 2. Increased natural disasters will challenge communities worldwide. As global temperatures continue to rise, the world will witness an increase in the frequency and intensity of natural disasters. Regions across the globe will experience more hurricanes, floods, droughts, and wildfires, each leaving trails of destruction in their wake. These disasters not only threaten human lives but also damage infrastructure, disrupt economies, and put immense pressure on emergency services. Communities will face unprecedented challenges in rebuilding and adapting to these new realities. Livelihoods will be disrupted, particularly for those reliant on agriculture and natural resources. This increase in natural disasters highlights the need for comprehensive disaster preparedness and response strategies to mitigate the impacts on vulnerable populations. 3. Adaptation strategies will become essential. With the climate crisis escalating, adaptation strategies are no longer optional but essential. Governments around the world must prioritize the development and implementation of climate-resilient infrastructure to protect their citizens. This includes building flood defenses, improving water management systems, and designing cities that can withstand extreme weather. Investing in renewable energy sources and sustainable agriculture practices will also play a crucial role in adaptation. These strategies require significant investment and collaboration between public and private sectors. By focusing on adaptation, societies can better manage the risks associated with climate change and safeguard their future. 4. Climate migration will increase. The impacts of climate change are already forcing people to leave their homes, and this trend is expected to accelerate as conditions worsen. Rising sea levels threaten to engulf low-lying areas, leading to the displacement of coastal populations. Extreme weather events, such as hurricanes and droughts, will render some regions uninhabitable, prompting mass migrations. These climate refugees will seek safety and better living conditions in urban areas, increasing pressure on already strained resources. This migration poses complex challenges for host communities, requiring comprehensive planning to ensure adequate housing, healthcare, and employment opportunities. Addressing climate migration will be crucial in maintaining social stability and preventing conflicts over dwindling resources. 5. Biodiversity loss will escalate. The rapid rise in global temperatures poses a significant threat to biodiversity, as many species struggle to adapt to changing conditions. Habitats are being altered or destroyed, leaving wildlife with limited options for survival. Some species may relocate, but others face extinction as their ecosystems collapse. This loss of biodiversity has far-reaching consequences for ecosystems and human societies alike. It affects food security, water quality, and even the stability of weather patterns. Protecting biodiversity requires urgent action to preserve habitats, restore ecosystems, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. In doing so, we can help maintain the delicate balance that supports life on Earth. 6. Food security will be at risk. climate change is set to disrupt agriculture, threatening global food security. As temperatures rise, crop yields will decline in many regions, leading to food shortages and increased prices. Extreme weather events, such as droughts and floods, will further exacerbate these challenges by destroying crops and reducing arable land. Vulnerable communities, particularly in developing countries, will bear the brunt of these impacts, facing hunger and malnutrition. To safeguard food security, it is essential to invest in climate-smart agriculture practices that enhance resilience and productivity. This includes developing drought-resistant crops, improving irrigation systems, and promoting sustainable farming techniques. 7. Renewable energy adoption will accelerate. Surpassing the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold will serve as a wake-up call for the urgent need to transition to renewable energy sources. Fossil fuels are the primary drivers of climate change, and reducing their use is critical in mitigating further warming. Governments and businesses will likely ramp up investments in solar, wind, and other renewable energy technologies. This shift not only reduces emissions but also creates new economic opportunities and jobs. Public policies and incentives will play a significant role in accelerating this transition. By embracing renewable energy, we can pave the way for a cleaner, more sustainable future. 8. Global cooperation will be crucial. Addressing the climate crisis requires unprecedented levels of global cooperation. Countries must work together to reduce emissions, share technology, and support vulnerable nations in adapting to climate change. International agreements, such as the Paris Agreement, provide a framework for collaboration, but more ambitious actions are needed. Developing countries will need financial and technical assistance to implement sustainable development practices. Effective global cooperation can help bridge the gap between nations and foster a united front against the climate crisis. By pooling resources and expertise, we can achieve meaningful progress in safeguarding our planet for future generations. 9. Public awareness and activism will intensify. The surpassing of the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold will galvanize public movements worldwide, leading to increased activism and pressure on governments and corporations to act. People are becoming more aware of the impacts of climate change on their lives and are demanding change. Grassroots movements, like Fridays for Future, will continue to grow, mobilizing individuals to take action in their communities. Social media will play a vital role in raising awareness and connecting activists across the globe. This heightened public awareness can drive political change and encourage businesses to adopt sustainable practices. By harnessing the power of activism, we can push for the systemic changes needed to combat climate change. 10. Future generations will bear the burden. The actions we take today will determine the climate reality for future generations, emphasizing the urgency for meaningful change. If we fail to act decisively, young people will inherit a world plagued by the consequences of climate change. They will face more frequent natural disasters, food and water scarcity, and biodiversity loss. However, they also hold the power to drive change through innovation and advocacy. By investing in education and empowering young voices, we can equip future generations with the tools they need to build a sustainable future. Ultimately, the responsibility lies with us to leave a planet that is livable and thriving for those who come after us.